won 18 tough men, they told me I couldn't fight in them anymore. So I said, I want to go pro. I want to go after Tyson, and he never wanted none. Well, I started in tough man contests, and I had a lot of fun beating people up, getting a payday, and I just pursued it and turned professional and had a lot of fun doing it.
A fighter so intimidating that even Mike Tyson never stepped in the ring with him. Eric Butterbean Esch, the 420-pound knockout machine whose thunderous punches could end fights in seconds and leave opponents questioning reality itself.
Not tonight anyway.
Oh, right, he goes down. Tremendous right by Butterbean.
Eric Esch, known as Butterbean, earned his nickname during his early boxing days. To meet the 400-pound weight limit for toughman contests, he adopted a diet consisting primarily of chicken and butter beans.
Time to eat, you better hurry up because I'm gonna knock you out if you don't take, you gotta hurry up.
Now, I saw you at Butterbean, Hulk Hogan's championship wrestling there, Danny Bonaducci, and Dennis Rodman. What was it like, man?
I had a good time. I mean, you get to beat up some superstars from TV. You know,
Dustin Diamond, right?
I hated him. But I slammed him last slam of the show, I put 420 pounds on him. He couldn't continue if he wanted to.
His friends, amused by the diet's effects, began calling him Butterbean, a name that stuck and became synonymous with his formidable presence in the ring.
And you kind of started on a little bit of like a dare from colleagues. Can you tell us about that? All the guys dared me to enter the tough man, which I did. Had to lose 20 pounds because I had a 400-pound weight limit. I weighed 420 at the time. And I went on a butterbean and chicken breast diet. And I hated the butter beans. They just got old. They were bland. You know, in the South, you mix grease and butter and good stuff and a lot of seasoning. But to eat them healthy, you got to cook them just like it is. And it wasn't so hot. So that's how the Butterbean nickname come on.
Butterbean rose to fame as a 400-pound juggernaut, a rare giant in the ring. With few fighters over 300 pounds to challenge him, his knockouts and power made him unstoppable.
Well, I am the biggest. There ain't many 300-pounders. But yeah, it's a big shock. If it ain't for the people that come out, it wouldn't be worth it though.
We've got some video of you in the Tough Man competition from a few years ago. Now, you've got better skills than what you're showing here.
Yeah, I use smaller gloves now.
Smaller gloves, and you're a little bit smaller too.
Yeah.
Look, nice left there.
Appreciate that.
That was a great competition, though. Was that a lot of fun? That's what rocketed you into your career.
It really helped me a lot. That's what people want to see, good fights. They don't want to see the boxing stuff. They want to see real good, just brawl fights.
You get in, you go at it.
That's what I do.
No messing around. Okay.
No messing around.
In 1995, Butterbean stepped into the ring against Monaco, a fight that instantly electrified the crowd. Monaco, standing taller at 6 feet, while Butterbean measured 5 feet 8 inches, seems to hold the natural advantage, giving fans reason to question who will emerge victorious.
And weighing 201 pounds, he's undefeated with a record 1-0. He comes to us from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, Louis, the facelifter Monaco. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the stars and bars and weighing in at 300 pounds, fighting out of Bay City, Michigan, undefeated with a record of 13-0, 8 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Butterbean.
Analysts and spectators alike debate every statistic, height difference, and past performance. No one can say with certainty which fighter will dominate, and that uncertainty fuels the anticipation.
Well, Butterbean, a 26, Monaco 27. The height for Butterbean, the weight extraordinarily in Butterbean's favor. It does resemble a tough man as far as that's concerned. A 100-pound difference, 10 points to the winner of a round, no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8. Saved by the bell in the last round only. I don't think any of these are going to come into play in this fight.
Once in the ring, Butterbean wastes no time. He unleashes a flurry of punches, closing the distance quickly and denying Monaco the ability to leverage his height. In a matter of minutes, the fight reaches its shocking conclusion. Butterbean delivers a decisive knockout in the first round, leaving spectators stunned.
Good night.
There goes Monaco. And I mean, there he goes.
Monaco falls, the bout ends, and Butterbean stands victorious, his dominance undeniable.
Minute 58 seconds of the very first round, the winner by knockout victory, still undefeated, Mr. Butterbean.
His ability to defy expectations, overpower larger opponents, and finish fights quickly cements his legendary status in the world of heavyweight fighting.
Many will remember Butterbean's brutal knockout of Bart Gunn at the 1999 WrestleMania 15 event in Philadelphia, and he reignited his pro wrestling crossover in 2008, working with Hulk Hogan on Celebrity Championship Wrestling.
It was celebrity wrestling. There was 10 celebrities, me, Dennis Rodman, Bonaducci. There was a lot of big names. They taught us how to wrestle, and we wrestled just each other to see who was the best. Hogan's a phenomenal athlete. I mean, he's just so talented at what he does. I mean, it's the top. You can't get any better than in the wrestling world. You know, he's right there.
In 1997, Butterbean faced Scott Lindecker, a seasoned professional boasting 17 belts, in a clash that had fans on edge. The heavyweight showdown promised fireworks as the Knockout Machine stepped in to challenge Lindecker's decorated career.
Cult hero of the heavyweights, the king of the four-rounders, Butterbean, go against this man, Scott Lindecker, who's been a professional himself since 1983, fighting sporadically in that time, although in 1995 he had 7 of his 17 bouts, and he fought once before this year. He was beaten by Alonzo Highsmith, the former National Football League player, as they fought in Kansas City, and he'll try to take on Butterbean here tonight. As you can see, there is an awesome disparity in a lot of areas here. Certainly in terms of age, Lindecker, Scotty Lindecker, is 38 years old, 8 years older than the Bean, but take a look at the weight. Believe it or not, that 339 pounds is the heaviest that Butterbean has ever weighed as a professional.
Well, Butterbean and Dr. Corian equal. Actually, Lindecker and Krikorian equal Butterbean, weight-wise.
Known as the Knockout Machine, Butterbean brings his legendary ferocity, determined to assert dominance in every heavyweight bout. The fight unfolds with intensity, each round showcasing Butterbean's ability to close the distance and unleash punishing punches. By the 4th round, his power becomes undeniable. A brutal combination sends Lindecker crashing to the canvas, a knockout that leaves spectators in awe.
Down goes Lindecker. Fight is over.
In the post-fight interview, Butterbean humbly states he didn't intend to knock out his opponent. It just happened naturally when he threw his signature punches.
Did you feel you were waiting a little bit on this guy tonight?
Well, I was having fun, and they want me not to. They want me to just take him out. I like to have a little fun when I'm in there. I learn every time I fight. I fight like every 2 weeks, so I don't have a lot of gym time. 2 weeks ain't much time, so I learn every time I'm in the ring. So I try to let him last some a little bit longer, but when he pissed me off, it was over.
Now, what happened in the 4th round? He pounded his chest a little bit? Did the heads come together?
He kept hitting me with his head. Unintentional, what it happens. But he kept stepping on my toes. And I told him, I go, get your foot off my toes. He wasn't listening. He just pissed me off the last round. I said, it's over.
He adds that he's not a typical fighter. His skill lies in knowing exactly how to hit opponents for a knockout. What looks effortless to fans is the result of years of honed technique, making every KO a testament to Butterbean's power, strategy, and unyielding presence in the ring.
It was a double, right? Because he kept moving that way, so I threw 2 of them, and it worked. I never said I was a normal fighter. I'll throw anything that hits him.
Did you feel coming out after that, though, it would be a matter of time after the first punch of the fight for you basically put him down?
Well, yeah, I mean, once I hurt them, they're intimidated then, they're scared. I scared too many people off, I guess.
And maybe your corner is going to get you mad before the first round of your next fight.
They try to piss me off, but it don't always work. Once I get pissed in the ring, it's over.
Everyone loved to see Butterbean as he carved his legacy and left fans in awe of his boxing. 19 knockouts and a reputation for finishing fighters in the first round made him a phenomenon nobody could match.
Don't discount it. People are going to love this. Well, George, you were right. What is it they love about Butterbean?
Well, he's one of them. No doubt about it. They can see through his eyes. Every guy says, I'd like to get in there.
Yeah, he's the common man, isn't he?
I lose a few here and there. And barely bump my way on into this competition.
Well, here's what passes for Butterbean's boxing record. 23 wins. The one loss was against a fellow that they put him in with in Madison Square Garden who had a pretty doggone good jab and wound up embarrassing him. 19 KOs. The script has been followed 23 out of 24 times. He's won his last 10 fights by KO, and the promoters who earn money off of the public's fascination with Butterbean just love that. Incidentally,
Kurt Allen stepped into the ring, sharing the same height as Butterbean, but the outcome was clear from the start. Fans watched as Butterbean executed his signature style, dismantling opponents in just the first 4 rounds with unrelenting power.
Tale of the tape between Butterbean and Kurt Allen. And you'll see that Allen gives up 99, count him 99 pounds, but he's the same height as Butterbean, so he can look him in the eye. Butterbean's 2-inch reach advantage could help him. Rules for this extravaganza with the inimitable Harold Letterman.
The Eric Butterbean Kurt Allen fight, of course, is scheduled for 4 rounds. There is no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight and can be saved by the bell in the 4th and final round only. Jim.
By the 3rd round, Butterbean's dominance was undeniable, landing the knockout that sealed Kurt Allen's fate.
Allen not throwing back anymore as he leans over the rope. Jay Nady looking at him, and Nady's gonna stop it.
Butterbean, the scariest fighter in the ring, used his massive weight to crush opponents with unmatched power. Fans couldn't get enough of him. Even Sugar Ray Leonard praised the entertainer who thrilled audiences beyond skill. His charm and fists combined made every fight unforgettable. A true spectacle no one could ignore.
Jim, I don't know what the worst evil would be, to be stepped on your foot by Butterbean or to be hit in the jaw. Guy with me who didn't get hit very often right now, Sugar Ray Leonard. Come on, right now, you take on Butterbean. What are the odds on this fight? 4 rounds.
Well, it's tough to say because I think Butterbean is truly what he is. He's an entertainer. People love him.
Eric Butterbean Esch faced Troy Roberts on September 18, 1998, during the undercard of the Oscar de la Hoya versus Julio Cesar Chavez II event. The fight was for the Super Heavyweight Showcase, and Roberts was bigger, stronger, and stood taller than Butterbean at 6 feet 3 inches.
Are proud to present a special attraction of the evening, scheduled for 4 rounds of boxing for the IBA Super Heavyweight Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dr. Elias Ghanem. Introducing your referee for this 4-round super heavyweight battle is Joe Cortez. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 231 pounds, and tonight he wears the multicolored trunks. He comes to us from Campbell River, British Columbia, Canada. His professional record of 14 wins, 6 defeats, 13 of his wins by knockout. Introducing the challenger, Troy Roberts.
From the opening bell, Butterbean displayed his trademark aggression, moving forward with heavy punches and relentless energy. In the first 2 rounds, both fighters tested each other, but Butterbean's power was evident in every exchange. By the 3rd round, at 0-41, Butterbean delivered a crushing knockout that secured his victory in just 6 minutes and 41 seconds.
Roberts off balance, and there's one that's a little better. Yeah, it's Roberts in trouble.
The crowd erupted as Roberts hit the canvas, stunned by the force of Butterbean's punches. This fight came shortly after Butterbean had recovered from a previous injury, showing that he didn't lose any of his signature power. In post-fight comments, Butterbean explained he never tires, simply keeps going, and lets his punches do the talking.
As usual, this was actually the script of most of your fights. You got hit with some jabs early, but then you ultimately got the overhand right in.
Oh yeah, I was having fun with this guy. I didn't want to get it over too quick. But I mean, I want to get it over quick enough so I go watch a main event tomorrow, tonight. That's going to be a great fight in a little bit.
I guess, and you created some excitement here. You were able to get him, I think in the 2nd round, you kind of started warming up a little bit, you closed the distance. What was the difference after that 1st round?
Well, like I said, I was getting warmed up. I was getting more into it. And
he admitted that the knockout happened accidentally, emphasizing that he doesn't plan brutal finishes. It just happens with his overwhelming strength.
The punches, I wasn't getting tired a bit, so I said, well, I'm just going to step it up a little bit more and just take him out.
Now, this is your 2nd fight back since the injury. Is everything healed up all right for you?
It's 100%. I mean, it's doing wonderful.
You're called the king of the 4-rounders, and of course, you fight 4-round fights, and the question I guess people are asking is, where do you take it from here? What do you do with this in terms of continuing your career?
Well, everybody right now can see Butterbean and Holyfield's fighting because they're advertising Holyfield and Bean. Why not a Tyson Bean in 4 rounds? Come on, I'm telling you, people would buy it. They want to see it.
All right, a lot of people are confusing you with Vaughn Bean. I don't know if that's totally accurate, but here it is. Here's where you got the knockdown. Explain it. You could be a commentator. Tell us what's
going on. You got to hit him. That's all it is. You just keep throwing the rights. I seen him wobble, and that was it. Once I see him, they get hurt. That's it. He's done at this point.
Butterbean's combination of skill, power, and showmanship cemented his legacy as one of the most exciting heavyweights of his era.
My motivation's going to, if I got to belly bump him, I'll get him down one way or another.
You actually did hit him with kind of a forearm there, by accident, I think, but it's got to hurt. In fact, there it is.
Yeah.
It was by accident. Now, please tell me it was by accident.
It was.
Okay, because we don't want to ruin your
I was wondering
image.
why it was hurting.
So he hurt your arm with that.
Exactly.
All right, and this was where
now the little bald
referee.
guy's in the way. I don't understand that.
Well, the little bald guy was, I think, trying to save their opponent there, so that was good.
In 1999, Butterbean faced Ed White for the 4-round super heavyweight championship belt. Ed White was 6 inches taller than Butterbean, giving him a clear height advantage in the ring.
T-shirt that is inscribed with "I beat Butterbean." I will personally buy another one for Ed White if he can pull it off.
There are the numbers, and you see that White is 6 inches taller. Bean is 65 pounds heavier. There's only a 2-inch difference in reach. Ed White, incidentally, was a 34-year-old pro fighting rookie, and the rules of this bout are the same as for the bout which preceded it, but this, of course, being a Butterbean bout, is scheduled for 4 rounds.
The size difference was obvious as Ed White looked slower compared to Butterbean's explosive movements and agility.
I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all time. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
In the early rounds, White took control, landing punches on Butterbean's head and trying to dominate with his reach advantage.
Trying to land a right hand behind it. Big Ed is a substance abuse counselor for kids at his own high school in Parsons, Tennessee, and in the early going, he's getting the better of the Butterbean. Remember, if you're a big man like Ed and you can work effectively behind the jab, you've got a chance.
Fans watched in anticipation, knowing that Butterbean's reputation as a knockout machine could turn the fight at any moment. By the second round, Butterbean found his rhythm and unleashed one of his signature power punches. Ed White crashed to the canvas, knocked out by the sheer force of Butterbean's punch.
Oh! Haymaker right hand by Butterbean. And
This victory was not easy. White had moments of dominance, but Butterbean's speed, timing, and relentless pressure made the difference. Butterbean's ability to capitalize on openings and deliver devastating knockouts reinforced why he was feared in the super heavyweight division.
And Ed White's trainer, who is a fellow named Bill Johnson, will no doubt say to him at some point, you know, you got to keep your hands up.
The legendary fighter Butterbean didn't just remain confined to boxing. He stepped into multiple arenas, mixing martial arts, wrestling, and more, leaving his mark wherever he went.
And sumo wrestling, I've done it all. You know, they all have their own little favorite parts about them. You know, I can't say one I like better than the other, but they're all, you know, boxing's my roots. So, I mean, I love boxing, you know, probably the deepest, but I enjoy doing all of them.
His presence was terrifying in the ring. Opponents knew that a single punch could end their fight instantly. Knockout after knockout, Butterbean earned a reputation as the unstoppable force nobody wanted to face.
Johnny's a great guy. I mean, you know, it's kind of funny when you know, he said the scariest he got in the whole shooting was when I agreed to knock him out so quickly. They said, yeah, we really want you to knock him out. I said, okay. He goes, that's when I got really nervous, when I agreed so quick.
But Butterbean wasn't just about brute force. He wanted to try every sport, test his limits, and accomplish everything he set his mind to. From MMA to wrestling to boxing, he chased challenges wherever they appeared.
Now, what made you want to transition from the fight game as a boxer and an MMA competitor to the promotional game?
Well, I went from boxing to wrestling to MMA. What's next? You gotta do some promoting.
You're a jack of all trades, aren't you?
I'll do it all. I'll do it all.
He reflects on his journey with gratitude, remembering the people he met along the way, supporters, fellow fighters, and fans from all over the world who cheered for his every punch. Butterbean's legacy is more than knockouts. It's the aura of fear he commanded, the excitement he brought to every ring, and the universal respect he earned as a fighter who dared to conquer every challenge thrown his way.
It's a small world. I met people in Argentina, then met them again at the Grand Canyon. It's a small world, so you never know who you're going to meet and where you're going to meet them.
And still the IBA 4-round super heavyweight champion, Butterbean.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.